Well, no, in a way, he's basically cancelled this fight twice or three times.
And because Akhmadaliev didn't have any belts, there was no point.
I think if Inoue uses his boxing skills, he can make this quite a comfortable night.
Do you think Akhmadaliev's going to be his toughest opponent at Super Bantamweight?
I think Akhmadaliev would have took the fight 2 years ago, no problem.
It's going to be interesting to see what his tactics are. Because Inoue just adapts to whoever.
I think it's either going to be an absolute masterclass from Inoue.
Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the upcoming fight on the 14th of September 2025 between Naoya Inoue and Murodjon Akhmadaliev. Let me start with a tale of the tape. It's taking place at the IG Arena in Nagoya, Japan. It's the undisputed Super Bantamweight clash, Naoya Inoue being the undisputed champion. Naoya Inoue has a perfect record of 30 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, 30 fights in total. He's won 27 of them by KO. He's age 32. He's 5'5", 165 centimeters. Got a 67.5-inch reach, 171 centimeters. It's super bantamweight, so it's 122 pounds, 55 kilo limit. And he fights out of an orthodox stance. Murodjon Akhmadaliev has a record of 14 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, 15 fights in total, 11 wins by KO. He's age 30. He's 5'5.5", 166 centimeters, and a 68-inch reach, 173 centimeters. And he fights out of a southpaw stance. Simon, a fight that's taken a little while to make. I think it was supposed to happen as the second fight after Inoue came up to Super Bantamweight and beat Fulton.
Yeah.
So the other champion was Akhmadaliev. Unfortunately, he lost to Marlon Tapales, and then the Tapales fight made Inoue the...
Well, no, in a way, he's basically cancelled this fight twice or three times. Or, well, Honda have...
It was supposed to happen then, and because Akhmadaliev didn't have any belts, there was no point fighting him. I think once they've got past that, then Akhmadaliev's won again and got back on track. I think then it's been cancelled. Although I don't think it's all his, because our man, the Australian guy that was in our last video, what's his name? I think was a little bit responsible for some of those because he cancelled a few times. So I can see his face. I can't remember his name. Goodman. Sam Goodman cancelled a few times. So I think they've had to rush in opponents for the last bit. Otherwise, I think we would have already seen this. But better late than never. And I think Akhmadaliev's had a few good wins since then. And in ways had a few shocks as well in there. So I think it adds to the suspense of the fight.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I'm an Inoue fanboy, so or may not be obvious. So I think he's going to smash Akhmadaliev. But I think you may have some other thoughts on that. We've spoken off record. Do you think Akhmadaliev's going to be his toughest opponent at Super Bantamweight? Because I think both Neri's given him, at least started well, and obviously he's knocked him down. And Raymond Cardenas also knocked him down and gave quite a tough fight, did well until obviously Inoue's come back, and then he's got both of them out of there. Yejun Kim, yeah, I think that was more of a filler fight because Goodman couldn't make it. Dehaney again, although both decent fighters. He started this with Fulton. Fulton was supposed to be the boxer. He outboxed him, took him out. That was the first video, or one of the first videos we did on our channel, I think. We did a watch along as well. Tapales, I think that was supposed to be Akhmadaliev because he was the champion and had a really close fight with Tapales. And Tapales beat him, and then so that didn't take place. Neri, because he had his issue with, I think he'd beaten a few Japanese fighters, but because of an issue with his weight, it was a revenge fight for there. But he managed to knock Inoue down, which was a shock, I think, for everybody. But Inoue came back and did what he does. Dehaney, I think, was because Sam Goodman delayed. Yejun Kim because Sam Goodman was injured. Cardenas was supposed to be Picasso. I think one of the other favoured fights, and then we've managed. So there's three fights where I think you've missed Akhmadaliev could have been, but we're there now. So
finally
there.
Finally,
I think maybe good timing as well, because I think Akhmadaliev's got a bit better on there.
I think Akhmadaliev would have took the fight 2 years ago, no problem.
Yeah. Well, I think that the plan was, it, like I said, is when Marlon Tapales, it was supposed to be the undisputed like unifier, because the winner of Fulton and Inoue was supposed to fight the winner of Tapales and Akhmadaliev, and I think most people have had Akhmadaliev winning. Well, he was the favourite, and then obviously Fulton and Inoue is a bit more divided. And then the winners were supposed to fight to become the undisputed Super Bantamweight. It just unfortunately didn't work out that way. Well, for Akhmadaliev, it did work out for Inoue. And actually, of all those fights, I think Tapales was probably the toughest fight that he's had. Who was he for? Yeah. Despite Neri and Cardenas getting him down, I think once he's turned the tide, they've gone... Tapales kept him going for, like, it was the 10th round as well, so he's kept him going the longest. And actually, caught him a bit and did a bit. It was just, then he's got worn down. But yeah, this is a tough opponent. It's a big, strong Super Bantamweight. And one of the main contenders, a lot of people's favourite. So, yeah.
Well, I think it's the only one left in the division, isn't it?
Well, it's him and Picasso. And Picasso obviously pulled out of the...
Yeah.
And gave Cardenas his chance. I don't think there's anybody really else left after that.
I think if any way can get rid of this, there isn't really much left at this weight division.
Think the winner of this is going to be probably against Picasso in December if he doesn't pull out. And I think then next year, that's it then that's the Super Bantamweight closed for, in a way, at least if he wins both.
No, it's going to be a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, it's been a long time coming. Nearly 2 years now.
I mean, we know about, in a way, so we talk about Akhmadaliev. What are his strengths? And Uzbek fighter. So
they never stop, do they?
Yeah. I mean, he was on like quite a crazy streak until Tapales bit. And like I said, that he was supposed to win that fight. That was the planning. And then he's won the last 3 by knockout against good opponents. Castillo, Franco, and Ramirez.
Yeah, he's, like I say, so tough. Vicious puncher.
Yeah.
But
with good skill, good timing.
Good skill,
fast,
but against Palace, like runs out of ideas or...
Well, I think when it doesn't work against Tapales just carried on going.
Yeah.
Tapales is tough. So, and I think they may have underestimated him a little bit as well. But plan A didn't work, and it seemed to be that then, isn't it? And Tapales just edged him out. I mean, a close fight. One judge did have it wide for Akhmadaliev, but I think the other two and most people's view was it was close, but it was like 115, 113-ish in favour of Tapales. I would say, yeah, that's probably where I'd be.
I think this fight ain't going 12 rounds.
I think it's...
I'll put good money on that one.
Well, most of Inoue's don't. So I think he's 27 out of 30. Yeah. Most of the last ones of all, even against tough opponents, he's managed to get out. So
I think if Inoue uses his boxing skills, he can make this quite a comfortable night.
Well, should we compare them? See
if he tries to take this guy out, he's susceptible to a southpaw. In a way,
he's susceptible to the left hand from either. Yeah, but obviously a southpaw it favors the left hook. He has been caught a few times. He adjusts, but I think he can get caught. And obviously, Akhmadaliev can whack. He's got a bit of in both hands.
Make
and
no
obviously
mistake,
the southpaw as well, which is
that's exactly. Don't get me wrong. I think Akhmadaliev knows he's going in against
the best in the division.
The best in the division. So he's going to have to be at his very, very best.
I didn't know that actually. I'm just looking now, and the last time Inoue's actually been taking all the distance is against Nonito Donaire in the first fight.
Yeah,
and he had a broken eye socket. And that was a hell of a fight. I think that's his toughest fight he's ever had. The first one against Nonito Donaire.
So this is going to be a great fight.
If you look at his list of people, again, obviously he beat Nonito Donaire in 2 rounds. You've got Maloney, Das Marinas, Dipayan Donaire, Paul Butler, Stephen Fulton, Marlon Tapalis, Lewis Neri, TJ Dehaney, all right, Eugene June Kim might be the weakest name on there, and Raymond Cardenas. That's quite a list of people to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in his first fight, he's gone up and become the unified champion against Fulton, who Fulton now has gone up to featherweight and become a champion. I think it's a tough ask. Let's have a look at Akhmadaliev's. His is not bad either.
I think MJ's got to be cool in this fight. They're going to have to come up with a really good game plan.
Yeah.
Set traps. I think that's the way to beat Inoue. Set traps.
Yeah, I think you've got to have a really good game plan. They've obviously seen you can catch him, which wasn't there before that Neri's highlighted, and Cardenas has managed to copy. Cardenas did frustrate him for a bit because it did slow him down, but then he's adjusted in the fight. I think you've also got to be patient. I think if he rushes, you're just going to get caught and done. And Inoue's about as complete a fighter as you can.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what would happen if MJ went on like attack mode.
Well, that might be the other tactic I was going to say, isn't it? If you go relentless, return it, put the relentless pressure on.
Which MJ can do. He's a really good combination puncher, but that will be interesting if that's a tactic. Really, yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what his tactics are, because Inoue just adapts to whoever, and they've changed him a little bit. Like against Fulton, he boxed. Against bangers, he'll bang, because he will stand there and bang. That'd be interesting if he gets into that. It might be, maybe not for their respective corners, but for the fans. For the entertainment, it would be quite fun to see. I think both of them have to be a bit patient because you've got a tough opponent. But I think, they're both professional. The teams are professional.
I think Inoue's going to be wary of his power.
Yeah. Well, I think now that he's been, I think they're going to be a little bit, because he knows you're up against bigger guys. Although these are pretty close. There's not a huge difference. Although physique-wise, I would say Akhmadaliev is a big super bantamweight, whereas Inoue looks quite
I think Inoue's going to be a bit wary of his power, so he's not going to be stupid Inoue in this fight. He's going to himself lay traps, set himself up nicely.
But I think it's like you said at the beginning, if he boxes, I think he's a better boxer. He will, decision-wise, he will get close. And the thing is, just because the way he boxes, you just wear the opponent down. The only guy who's nearly managed to get to the end is Butler, but that's because he basically defended the whole. He didn't really box, just hit and ran. And even he got taken out in the 11th round. And we don't want to see that. I don't think Akhmadaliev is that kind of fighter. It's not going to, it's not entertainment. No. I could see this being a bit like the Inoue Tapalis fight. So I think Akhmadaliev will catch him. It will get a bit in boxing. I think just at the end, well, should we save our opinion still a bit?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to this fight for 2 years.
Yeah, but I think we've been pushing, but there was I think after he got rid of Neri, we were hoping for that to come up. And then Goodman never happened, although Goodman's done well against Nicole. But
I think this is, for me, this is the fight where, if he beats Akhmadaliev.
Yeah. Well, I think either one wins. It's a huge, if
Akhmadaliev wins, everyone's going to call it the biggest upset in boxing, I think.
Well, I think it's an upset. I'm not sure it's the biggest, because that's probably doing Akhmadaliev a little bit. But I think you're right that most people who don't know who he is or haven't followed, I think if you know a little bit about the boxing, then you appreciate how good he is.
Yeah, if MJ beats Inoue,
he was the unified champion before.
It's huge.
But I think for the point of view of Inoue, it's the stamp, like you said, the last name really that matters, because Picasso's there, but I think then you've got the last name on the weight, and then he is really undisputed champion, and there's nobody to dispute with him.
I just think Inoue's experience might tell in this.
I think the advantage he's got is its experience. He doesn't really flap even at adversity, and we've seen him now go through a bit of adversity. And his boxing IQ and his adjustments even in the ring, on the fly, even without going back to his corner. They're just at a different level. And I think Akhmadaliev will push him to that edge and probably have some moments in the fight, maybe even more than the one. But I think over the course of it, I think, just Inoue's experience will just, and his boxing IQ and ring IQ will just favour him.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping we get a good contest. I
think
we get a little bit of banging at somewhere point in it when they get a bit. At least a round of it or something. That'd be really good.
I think this is going to be a good fight. I really, really do.
Yeah. I think it's a good matchup. And it's undisputed, so it's huge for both. Obviously, Inoue's been there before. And then, I think if Inoue wins, then there's talk of Picasso in December, because he normally has his fight in December time. And then it'll be interesting to see what he does, whether he retires or if he goes up a division.
Or if he stays.
Yeah, well, he could stay, but I'm not sure who would this fight.
There'll be fighters coming up to fight him.
Well, the other one is, I think there's Nakatani they could do, step up.
Let's talk of Bam as well now. That's starting to
Well, I think Bam sort of said Bam versus Nakatani first. I think Bam said, and then go up. And then the winner of them maybe goes up. Either of those are epic fights.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
So, he might stick around. Depends how things work out. If Akhmadaliev wins, then he's huge for him, isn't it? Step up in career, and then there are fights because he'll probably get all through them.
I think there'll be a rematch clause. I think.
Yeah. It's also the nature of the victories, isn't it? So I think that if he pulls it off, there'll be a rematch for Inoue, and then we'll see what happens if it's close or whatever it is.
Yeah.
If he gets caught, should you give Akhmadaliev much more than if he catches him? I don't think he outboxes him, but 12 rounds. I think if he did that, that's a spectacular step up. But I just think Inoue's too good at that game.
Would you be shocked in boxing?
We are.
We haven't had one this year,
I'm
really,
hoping it's the week before, or the day before, isn't it? Actually, when's the fight? The day before, when we have our Canelo Crawford and co.
Well, I don't think there's going to be any shocks in that.
I mean, with the undercard as well, there's a few good fights, isn't it? So
we haven't had a big shock for a while in boxing, have we?
Not a huge one. What would we say? Not really. Well, I think the last one was although it wasn't a title fight, was the Suras and Munguia. It was huge. That was the biggest one of last year, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have we had really big, huge one this year?
No.
I think there's been a few shocks, but not really. But in fights that were with the favourites gone, but not like a huge one. It could be. Although Inoue doesn't usually let you down. He does normally pull it out the bag. And I would like to see his fights against, if it's Picasso first, I'm not that fussed on that one, but I think against the Nakatani or a Bam Bam, it would be a really good fight. Because I think there's people there then on a boxing level and a thing like, experience, I think less, but on a boxing level that are nearly could be at his level. Because Bam Bam is like top of most charts in CompuBox. Not most, but like in a few that matter.
Yeah.
In punches and connection percentages and stuff like that, in jab percentages and stuff. And if you look at the list, it's like, the who's who. So I think Nakatani also has the skill to be thereabouts. I think compared to most of these boxers, I think that's they're two who could match him on a boxing level. Whether the size and the experience yet isn't to be seen, ring IQ, but I think there's two potential elite superstars as well, isn't it? So,
I mean, if they can get the Japan versus Japan, that'd be massive.
Well, I think that's what they're planning, and if you get through these, then that's a huge fight.
You say that it depends what the Saudis want.
Yeah. Well, I think in that fight they do as well, innit? They do. This they want, isn't because you've got Akhmadaliev, I think they've been trying to make for a while. Then Picasso they want to make. That's why I think that would be a Saudi event one or sponsored by. And then, yeah, Nakatani and...
Do the Saudis want Picasso?
Well, he was the one who was supposed to fight in America instead of Cardenas.
Yeah, I don't think they'd want Picasso.
I think he's on their list.
I think if the Saudis won anything, they'd want him to move up and wait and fight someone like Nick Ball.
Well, I think that's the plan, other than it depends on him. I don't think he's decided yet to see. So I think once they get to the end of this year, they're the two fights. And then it's if he waits for Nakatani or does he make him step up? Does he step up, wait to make him go to 126? Or Bam Bam or whoever? Because there is talk of them fighting together at 126 in featherweight. And so he's stepping up and having a fight there. But we will wait and see. All of them are mouth-watering prospects, so it's something to look forward to. Because I hope he doesn't retire yet. Because we've got too many of them getting to the... There's too many good fighters getting to the end of their career. He's not that old. He's only, what did I say?
32. He's got 4 years left.
Yeah. So hopefully we will see him continue and we'll see some more of his fights. Go on then. All right, should we do predictions first or odds first?
Predictions. I think it's either going to be an absolute masterclass from Inoue.
Yeah. Which is what I'm hoping for.
Or MJ will knock him out in the 5th.
Yeah. I can see that. I think the only chance of MJ is knocking him out.
Reckon MJ about 5 to 1, 6 to 1, heavy underdog.
Let's see what it is. All right. We'll give the odds and then we'll do predictions in it. So Inoue is 1 to 10, minus 1,000 to win outright. And it's 5 to 1 for Akhmadaliev. So yeah, plus 500. So you're not that far off. Predictions from community. It's 75% for Inoue, 25% for Akhmadaliev. Inoue KO 65, Akhmadaliev decision 20%. Oh, maybe some people are... Inoue decision 10% and Akhmadaliev KO 5%. I would have said...
I'd have put that the other way around myself.
Yeah, I would have put it the other way around as well. I would have thought he's got more chance of a knockout. I think that's about the right percentage, but I would have said 25% KO for Akhmadaliev.
Yeah.
And yeah, probably about 65
interesting.
KO for Inoue and 10 for decision. Yeah, I think that's about right. But yeah, that's a bit strange to me.
Interesting.
So go on then. You going first?
Yeah, like I say, I'll go either MJ KO round 5 or an absolute masterclass from Inoue.
Inoue decision or Inoue?
Like corner pulls out MJ. Like round 7 or 8.
TKO. But yeah, I'll give you all of them. Go on. Be generous.
I'd say this is, for me, it might not be to anyone else, but for me, this is the one that, in a way, proves himself. I mean, he already has proved himself, but this is the last guy in the division. Picasso.
Yeah, I think I rate Akhmadaliev higher than Picasso. So,
but if he can get through Akhmadaliev, yeah, he has proved that he is the number one in the division. He already has. You could argument that he is the best in the division, but
I think you can't say he's ducked anybody then because he's basically cleaned it out.
Yeah, taking out MJ.
Yeah, I'm going to go in a way 9th round KO, TKO. I think a stoppage or something. It's probably going to be maybe a corner throw in or a thing. I think this is going to be his best performance. I'm hoping.
Yeah, like I say,
I think he steps up with the level of opponent, and I think he will. I think this is, he knows it's going to be one of those.
That's that classic cliche that I always go on about, isn't it? The better the opponent, the better the... Yeah,
because I think he is a grandmaster and he's going to show his skill. I think MJ is going to give him a hard fight. That's no disrespect to him. I think it's going to be a tough fight. But I think because MJ makes it tough, I think Inoue is going to raise his levels. And so I've given you MJ 5th and Inoue 7th or 8th.
Yeah, I think
stoppage. Like, okay, so you've got more.
Yeah,
you're usually right anyway. It's like no fair.
The problem with MJ is he is tough as our boot, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's why I think it's going to take time. I think he's going to be like
he
a
is
Tapales
tough
fight.
as our boots, and like I say, I think he is one of them that you're going to have to nail him to the floor, and that's why the corner.
We'll have to pull him out. Yeah. I think it's
in a way he's on top form and just absolutely. You know, you've seen fights with Inoue where he's landing punches at will, and you're just thinking, "Oh my God, please stop the fight now!" It's cruel. If it gets to that, it's hopefully the corner.
Just raised gains. It's like Cardenas in it when he was getting caught. He notes a little bit, then adjusted, then didn't get caught with that punch, and then just raised it, isn't it? Slowly, but it's the pedal to the metal, slowly accelerated, and then just it was too much. I think this is going to be the same. I think first 3 or 4, I think Akhmadaliev is going to. It's going to be close. And then I think Inoue is just going to have worked them out and then boom, a push.
Inoue will need to watch out.
It's going to be hard to get
for
him
that
out of
left
there.
hook.
Yeah, he's dangerous all the way through.
Yeah, he is going to have to watch out for that left hook.
And I think you're right. I think Inoue will fight a little bit cautious, not gung-ho. Although, to be fair, he's always fairly responsible. I think it's the first few rounds you've got the chance because he's adjusting. Once he's adjusted, it's not likely you're going to catch him. But Akhmadaliev is quite tricky, and he has got good combinations, and I think it's going to take something a bit special to get him out of there.
Look out
when Inoue delivers.
Look out for body shots in this fight.
Well, yeah, for both, because they both need slowing down.
Yeah, watch out for body shots. I'm wondering whether that's going to be
well, we know Inoue does that. He's got those epic.
Yeah,
and he hasn't actually done them in the last few fights. I think the last time he did it was Dehaney, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that is because he's been scared of getting clipped on the chin.
Yeah. Well, I think he's adjusted his game against Cardenas, and because he carried on doing them he did them against Neri, he slowed him down, and then he changed it. Yeah, he changed his tactics there because he got caught, and he's changed them against. I think Eugene Kim, it wasn't really that much.
I think because he brings the body shot around, leaving himself so open.
Yeah.
Especially against
he normally goes closer, isn't it? So I think he's fought a bit of them further away. So Cardenas, when he had that, he fought from a bit more distance, not right close up. Whereas some of them, once he's got him on the ropes, he goes close up. And Eugene Kim, because he was like taking him, he's done it just from distance.
Territory going to be a good one on this. Who's got the lead foot and
who's taking the centre ring and who's pushing? Because one of the tactics maybe for Akhmadaliev, like you've touched on, isn't it, before, is that what if he actually applies the pressure? Risky tactic. But you never know. If you don't take a risk, you never know. Because you wouldn't expect, I don't think anybody's going to expect that one. He goes out to go out. Then, not gung-ho, but go responsibly, but put the pressure on. And he's capable of doing it.
Yeah, way to go. We'll see.
And then see how Inoue copes with it. I mean, he's epic counter-puncher, so. But he's epic everything, so we'll see. So, let us know in the comments what you think of this fight. What's Akhmadaliev's chances? What are Inoue's chances? What you see happening? Let us know your thoughts. Like and subscribe and support the channel. That's always good. It helps us make more videos. And the next, we will do the undercard on this one. Give me 1 second. We've only got one on our list, but we'll do. So there's Yoshiki, Takei, and Christian Medina Jimenez. Takei is the bantamweight, WBO World Bantamweight Champion, 11 wins. Well, I'll do the tail of the tape, isn't it? So this is a world title fight for WBO World Bantamweight fight, championship fight. So Takei has 11 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, 11 fights in total, 9 wins by KO. He's age 29. He's 5'7", 170 centimeters. He's got a 67.5-inch reach, 171 centimeters. This is bantamweight, so it's 118 pounds, 53.5 kilos. And he fights out of a southpaw stance. Jimenez has got a record of 25 wins, 4 losses, 0 draws. So 29 fights in total, 18 wins by KO. He's age 21. He's 5'5", 165 centimeters. He's got a 67-inch reach, 170 centimeters. And he fights out of an orthodox stance. Jimenez is a Mexican fighter, usually tough. Because you look at his age and then look at the fight and look at the guy.
Literally just looking at that then, and I was
thinking,
going,
I got the right person.
21 and he's had how many fights? And then I've just seen he's Mexican. I was like, yeah, that makes
normal.
sense.
And Takei's, to put it in context, I think he's come late to the game because he was, I think we've mentioned before, isn't it? He was a kickboxer boxer or something or other, and like a world champion, and he's come into this and become a world champion. So he's a late starter, but done quite well in all his boxing contests. So I think this is really sort of a defense of his title against a decent opponent. I think Jimenez has tried against one or two of the other titles. I think he lost against Nishida, and
it's gonna be a fight of the ages.
So it's a good defense. Nishida, Jimenez is a good opponent, and Nishida was a good fight. Well, it wasn't the world title, but it's like a step up. They were the contenders, I think, for the title. We're going to fight for the IBF title. Nishida did become the IBF champion until he's lost in the unification against Nakatani. So, yeah, Jimenez is a good fighter, but I think Takei probably will have a little bit too much for him.
Maybe
yeah.
not.
I think it's a tough fight, but like I think Takei's probably good enough. But I think Takei and Nakatani would be the.
Yeah, I think
Nakatani's probably got a bit too much for him, but I
think Jimenez is WBA number 1 or WBO number 1. It's mandatory, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a mandatory defense. Well, like I said, he's up and around there. He's one of those at the edge of it without quite getting there.
21 years of age, though. Wow.
Yeah. Well, we said he's done a lot, and he could be around, and he could be, if these guys get out, a world champion. And he's got a chance of winning this. He's a good boxer. He's got way more experience than Takei.
It's hard to tell with the Mexicans, isn't it? I mean, you know what you're going to get. You do know what you're going to get. Tough.
It's going to be a tough, hard fight.
They ain't going to stop coming forward. Mexicans always seem to be powerful as well.
Yeah, well, he's got pop, isn't he? He's got 18 KOs and 25 wins.
But like you said,
and he's not been knocked out. He's only been... It's a decision, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a tough fight. As we said, all Mexicans are. Let me check the age, because I think we might be wrong on that.
What, 21?
Yeah,
No, he is 21.
BoxRec said he's 25. Box Live says he's 21. 25 would make more sense.
He's 23. Let's split the odds.
23. Go on, you're going to give your thoughts? Let me go. I'll Google it while he's...
I don't know whether...
This is the only problem, getting correct detail, because obviously he's not hugely well known. So...
I just don't see...
If you know in the comments, let us know for his correct ages.
I can't...
Yeah, I think it is probably going to be about 25, because he's been fighting for about 8 years. So, yeah, 17, although like Canelo started at 15.
On Topology's age 25. Date of birth.
25. Let's change that. 25.
Date of birth, April 22nd, 2000.
Yeah, 25.
Oh, so he's an old man for a Mexican then. Yeah, it's all over then. He's getting knocked out in 4 rounds. Yeah. I think he's up against it, really. Yeah, he's going to... Like you say,
it's a tough fight. I think Takei is just Takei is the world champion level. I think he is the world champion level. I think Jimenez is just a little...
Takei's a little animal, I think. So I think he'll...
He's tough as nuts. Like you said, he was the kickboxing world champion, and then he's become boxing world champion, which is why his fights are low.
I think...
and he's got 9 KOs and 11.
His power will come through in the end.
I just think, I think that's probably... He's just going to have a bit too much. I think it'll be a good fight. I think it'll go probably the distance, but I think Takei...
No, I think he's going to knock him out.
You're going to think he's going to knock him out?
Yeah, I do think he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to make a statement. Knock him out and write the 10th for the 11th. I'll go the 11th.
11th?
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
I'm
going to go 10th now.
Yeah.
10th. I'm going to have 2 on this one, actually. 10th one is that way I'm covered then, innit? Most of the rounds apart from 2.
Yeah, no, it's...
one round.
He's very... he's very...
Takei's very good.
He's very entertaining, Takei.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's a little bit raw, but there's still a lot of skill.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's converted. So there's some things he does where you think, wow, so you think that's basic, but but he's tough and he's like hard. It's going to be hard work to beat him.
Yeah.
I think Jimenez is going to give him a tough go, but I think it's just going to, I think about 6-7, it's just going to start turning. And then it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
If he catches him, he catches him. If not, it's just going to be a bit of a beat down and then get to a decision win. I think the first half of the fight will be closer. But yeah, it'd be good to see. I think we'll hopefully get a few rounds so we see it. He's probably going to knock him out in the first round. It'll be like, okay.
Yeah. They don't hang around, do they?
Yeah.
No.
But to be fair, because he's a bit raw, he does get caught sometimes. He'll get punched or takes him, so it's like you can.
He can take him.
He can take him. So it does usually make for an entertaining fight. So it goes this. So yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Hopefully we've got Jimenez's age right now, 25. Corrected it on my tail of the tape. And how you think it's going to go. What do you think by decision, by knockout, Takei or Jimenez? Is Jimenez better than what we're saying? Is Takei as good as we're saying? And so let us know in the comments and like and subscribe as usual. Let us know what you think about the first fight as well. What do you think about the event? Who they're going to fight next? And keep an eye out for the next set of videos. And we shall see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching and listening.